Before this video starts, I apologize in advance if you hear any background noises because my AC's been really loud and it's like around 35 degrees Celsius in here. So I kind of desperately need some cooling for this recording so I don't die. And also for the quality of my microphone being very bad. I swear one day I will buy a proper mic. I promise. Anyways. Hi there! It's been a pretty long time since I've spoken out like this, and since this is scripted, I think I can talk a little bit better and not stutter a lot. Like, a lot. But anyways, some of you probably have seen the video for the official release of this project, and have wondered, what is Takagi-san Anthology? Well, I'm here to tell you pretty much everything. Well, not everything, but like 90% of it. Takagi-san Anthology is a series of stories based off the anime Teasing Master Takagi-san, or Karakai Jozo no Takagi-san if you're a weep. A wholesome anime about a boy named Nishikata who constantly got teased by his classmate Takagi, with his lust of revenge. He thinks of the many ways he could try to prank her, but it's pretty much impossible at this point thanks to Takagi being 100 times smarter than Nishikata, who's always predictable. It's a wholesome anime, and of course, if you want to read this anthology, I highly recommend you all watch it, because it's really good. Well, it's really good if you're not bored of watching literally the exact same thing all over again. But trust me, it's a lot wholesome than that. Now, Takagi's anthology is a series of stories, not a linear one. Each anthology has its own different story to itself, with different amounts of chapter, how long it is, and genre or topic. So, for example, Anthology 1 is about Takagi teasing Nishikata with around 2 chapters and probably like 3,000 to 4,000 words in total. While Anthology 2 is around 3 chapters, and it's about Nishikata teasing Takagi with around 5,000 to 6,000 words or even more. Yeah, you sort of get the idea. Hopefully. This is also not an official anthology. It's a fanfiction. I know. Many of you despise fanfiction. I know some of you are already typing in the comments saying, "Oh, it's a fanfiction, it's gonna be a cringe or something like that, right?" Yeah, and that's okay. I get you. Some of you may despise fanfiction. It's okay. It's totally fine. However, I swear this is not something that's been written by a 16-year-old emo girl or something like that. It's a fiction completely based off of Takagi-san. I will not add any weird elements to it. Like, oh, I don't know, a reader acts Takagi, or like Nishikata magically turns into an animal, or something similar. Now, with different anthologies comes different genres. So, what's the main genre of Takagi's anthology? Well, I separate it into 5 to make it a little easier, hopefully. So the first one is romance and comedy, or rom-com, of course. I had to include this one because it's pretty essential given that the original genre of the anime is rom-com. Now the second one is friendship. This one is like romance, but it's more focused on the friendship rather than the romance element itself. It's also gonna include side character stories, so you're not gonna be looking at Nishikata and Takagi all the time. Now these two genres are the most dominant out of all of them. Well, the one that I will frequently writing, because not only it's easy, but it's crowd pleasing. Now we're getting into a more serious topic. The third one is actually mental health. Now don't worry, this one is not as depressing as you may think. It involves around someone's well-being and their limits, how far they push themselves into the price of their own mental health. Stuff like anxiety and ADHD are here too. So, a heavier topic than usual. Now, the next two ones are gonna be the least dominant, meaning it's gonna be very few compared to the three ones I mentioned. However, it's gonna be emotional and heavy. Things that are inspired by many people these days, including me. One of them is actually angst and grief. Now, Takagi-san fandom is not one to like these kind of stuff on their story. That's why I will write this very little. However, it's still gonna be in the story, whether you like it or not. Mostly around the topic of coping after a very depressing and a heart-wrenching event, or something similar like that. But don't worry, there are still a lot of heartwarming events in it. Now, the final one is family. Yes, family. And not in a way that you think. This will be very little too, as my audience and most Takagi-san's audience is pretty not welcoming when it comes to family. However, I think I got a pretty good grasp of what I want to write regarding this one. And I think people will like it. Well, hopefully. And so, how much will I write of this project? Well, as much as I want. If I felt like I want to stop, then I'll stop and focus on other things. Or even probably after the relevancy of Takagi died. Because in 2022, we pretty much got a lot of new Takagi-san content, whether it's season 3 or the upcoming movie. So yeah, pretty much after 2023 or somewhere close to that. Where can you read this? Well, the first anthology is out now on Wattpad and Fanfiction.net. And I actually want to make a deluxe where you get extra stories and sell it as a digital book. But since it's a fanfiction, I don't think I'm gonna do that just yet until I learn more about it. And so, is there gonna be some other stuff related to this project? Well, a lyric video slash a music video is right now on the works, and several arts will be also distributed throughout the story. Sadly, it's gonna be only in Wattpad, since fanfiction.net does not have the ability to take image. Also, there will be a secret character that you will learn throughout the story. Who is it? Well, you gotta read the story to learn more about this new character. Anyways, I think that's all about the Takagi-san Anthology project. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below and I'll be sure to answer them all. And be sure to hop on our Discord server. It's available right now and it's right on the description. We can discuss a lot of stuff in there, including like Takagi-san related stuff, many other stories, discussing the anthology, and much more. Just make sure to read the rules, right? So yeah, I think it's pretty much everything. Read the story, join our Discord, and keep up with the updates for this project. I am Crafted, and I'll see you on the next video.